Howdy y'all, today we're making a steak and mushroom soup bread bowl. We'll start with the bread, and I'll go through this part pretty quickly because we've done this before, but for more details check out our toast video. We'll start by making a poolish, which consists of 4 fluid ounces of water, half a teaspoon of dry yeast, and 4 ounces of wheat flour. Stir until strands of gluten form and rest until it becomes bubbly. Then add your poolish into 20 fluid ounces of water and another half teaspoon of dry yeast. Break up the poolish, then add in 30 ounces of flour. We are also adding in dill, scallions, chives, and garlic. Knead this until it becomes smooth, then place in an oiled bowl and cover with a damp towel. After a couple of hours, deflate your dough and reshape it into a ball. 30 minutes later, separate into 3 equal loaves and proof in a basket for 2 hours. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees with a pizza stone in it, then slide your bread onto the stone. Bake for 20 minutes, then reduce your heat to 400 and bake for another 15 minutes. Take your loaf out of the oven and rest on a cooling rack until completely cooled. Now on to the soup. We're cutting a slab of beef into 1-inch cubes. Just know this does not need to be some expensive cut of beef, this is going to tenderize in the soup as it simmers. Onto our cubes, we're going to drizzle some olive oil and season with salt and pepper. Into a pan, we're adding some butter and throwing in our beef once it's hot. Once those chunks have some color on them, we're adding in our mushrooms. For our base, I'm using some of the leftover mushroom stock from my pheasant video. Now this stuff is amazing and I highly recommend it, but you can also substitute in beef or vegetable stock. I'm gonna let this one simmer for a few hours to thicken. You can speed this up if you want by using a roux or cornstarch. With our soup and our bread ready, let's plate this. Using a paring knife, cut an inward angled circle in your bread and remove its head. Feel free to cut out some of the extra guts for a better soup to bread ratio. For presentation purposes, we'll put down a ring of arugula and place our bread on top. Next, we'll ladle in our mushroom and steak soup, and there you have it. So here we got our bread bowl with our mushroom and steak soup. I am so excited. The bread smells amazing, the soup smells amazing. Let's see how this is together. First of all, the bread, good. It's got that nice hard crunch on the outside, which is what we're looking for, the denseness that doesn't let the soup seep through. The soup on its own, steak, mushrooms, awesome combination, lots of flavor in there because we used a really good broth, and it just goes, just a good soup. But then, together, when you can scrape out a side of the bread bowl and have it that it's been soaking in that broth and stuff. Oh my God, unbelievable! Get out of town. This is awesome. Give it a try. You don't need to go somewhere fancy to get a bread bowl. You can make it at home. It'll be just wonderful. But thank you so much for watching DietzEatz, and I'll see you next time.